Hi everybody! Today I thought I'd make a real quick video just showing you how I dye my hair at home. I went to a salon one time to get my hair dyed and I absolutely hated how it turned out and I pretty much swore never to go again. I've only had maybe one or two mishaps in the 10 plus years I've been dyeing it myself. So I'm going to show you what I do, give you a couple warnings and suggestions on how to do it. Hopefully it helps some of you out there who haven't dyed your hair at home by yourselves yet, or who have been dyeing for a few years but want to try a different color. So let's get started. I'm using the Frieda Precision Foam Hair Color. The color I'm using is 6N. I love this color. I absolutely love everything about it. I've tried Garnier, L'Oreal, you name it, I've tried it. This is the only one I have found that I can go blonde with it, I can go red with it, I can go brown with it. Any color I want to do, it does not screw up. It doesn't, my hair color is natural on top, and at the ends here I have some very over bleached strip sections, and it comes out perfectly even every time. Very, very smooth, no streaking. It's easy and fast to go on, and it doesn't burn nearly as bad as any others I've tried. So that's what we're using today. You of course get a developer. Your colorant here. Little tip, always check your colorant. Make sure the color on the bottle matches the color on here. If it doesn't, take it straight back to the store because your hair could turn out green for all you know. You also get the foaming cap, which actually doesn't push down. I'll show you how it works in just a second. And you get gloves. Good gloves. Okay, I'm going to start by showing you my hair real quick. It's up in a clippy right now. I have not dyed it for way too long, and it's my natural color at the top, and it is a faded out orangey brassy color at the bottom. About a year ago I had to completely strip some color out of my hair. I tried a demi-permanent and it turned my hair purple the night before an event, so I had to completely strip it out, and it pretty much trashed the bottom of my hair, which is why I'm dyeing it very close to my natural hair color, just to give it some chance to grow out and breathe. And I cut most of the damaged pieces off, but there's still a lot left, unfortunately. The more damaged your hair is, especially at the ends, the more you want to let your hair get dirty before you dye it. Don't dye freshly washed hair, and don't wash your hair within 24 hours after dyeing it. The more damaged it is, the more days you want to go. I usually dye my hair on the third day after washing it, which is why it looks like a greasy mess, because I have no dry shampoo, no hairspray, no product in whatsoever. The natural oils of your hair will protect it. Basically keep your hair from soaking up the dye way too much, which gives you a more even look, and it will help your hair stay healthier while you're dyeing it. Alright, now that I've got everything explained, we're going to start working on getting our hair dyed. First, before you do anything, before you even mix the coloring up, put your gloves on. I have had balls of coloring explode on me before. It can and will happen. And the last thing you want is dark hair dye all over your bathroom. Did I mention how much I love the gloves that come with these? Seriously, awesome gloves. Every hair dye company should provide these. Alright, we're going to start by opening up our developer. We're going to take our developer, open it up, then your colorant, open that up. You're going to pour your developer, or your colorant, right into your developer bottle. Now, if you're used to traditional liquid hair dyes, at this point you'd be shaking it like a mad woman. Don't. This you just need to tilt 5 times. And it's fully mixed. That's all you need to do. Unscrew the top and screw on your little foamer thingy. And yes, thingy is a technical term, believe it or not. And a hair clippy for when you're all done. Okay, you're gonna start by taking this, and you don't push at the top. You actually squeeze the side. Squeeze the sides like this to create the foam. You're going to start by making a center part in your hair. Taking that handful of foam and running it down that part. Make another part to the side. Another 2 squeezes of foam. And down there. Another part. You can also use your finger because it's quicker, but more foam. And then do this part in the front. Make sure you get in the front where your sideburns are and right behind your ears. I know it looks like we have nothing on the front of our hair right now. That will change. You just want to start by making sure the roots are well saturated, especially if you have never dyed before, or if this is a cover-up of a previous color. What I'm doing is for a fresh, brand new coloring because it has been so long since I've dyed my hair. If you're just doing a touch-up on your roots, make sure to read the directions for that, of course. Right, now that you've got a decent amount of saturation in the front of your head, what you're going to do is flip your head over and do a center part, fill that with foam, side part, fill that with foam, and a side part and fill that with foam. Rub it in and then flip your head back over. Don't know if you can still see me on the camera, but I think you can. Okay, center part, foam, side part, foam, and part on the other side, and foam. And massage that in a little bit. You also want to make sure to get way down your hairline, where it goes down the sides of your neck, and behind your ears again. Those are the easiest places to miss. And they are also the most obvious when you are wearing your hair in a ponytail or an updo, which, because I have 3 kids, I do a lot. As you can see, the ends of my hair are still dry, but we're going to continue working foam in at our roots. If you have long hair, like below, I'd say anything below ear length is long. You want to make sure to use the whole bottle. If you have anything longer than, I'd say, armpit length hair, maybe mid-back length hair, I'd say do 2 bottles, get a second bottle, just to be on the safe side, because I have run out of hair dye halfway through before, and that is a really, really uncomfortable trip to the store. Just keep squeezing and adding foam and massaging it in. The more you massage your head, the better color dispersion you're gonna get. Personally, I don't worry about dye too much on my skin. It doesn't bother me because it comes off so easily for me. If your skin dyes very easily, then get it off immediately with a paper towel or, you know, a cotton pad or something. Have one nearby. But for me, I can have half my head covered in the dye and it'll wash off within a day at least. Now that you have most of your roots pretty well saturated, you can see how the foam's starting to really foam up there. You want to start taking it down the lengths of your hair and piling your hair on top of your head. Oh, and make sure to wear a very old t-shirt that you don't care about while doing this. Mine, this t-shirt I'm wearing, I actually got in my junior year of high school. So it's old. It's very old. It's nearly 10 years old at this point. But it's perfect for dyeing my hair. While you're doing this, watch out for dry patches. When you see a dry patch, go back through, massage in more dye. If your hair is not sticking on top of your head on its own, that means you don't have enough dye in your ends yet. It should, by the time you have enough dye in your ends, it should stay on top of your hair like you have coated it with a very large amount of hair gel. Please forgive me if my voice sounds completely off today. I'm recovering from a slight cold that my kids picked up at the babysitter's. And yeah, let's just say today's day 3 and I'm not doing great so far. So you really want to work it in. I mean, if you're massaging your head for 5-10 minutes, you're doing good. It's also sometimes helpful to flip your head over if you need to really work it into your ends. It's also sometimes easier to see what you're doing. Make sure to go back in and really work it into the roots, into the ends. Don't do this though. Don't pull on your hair like that. That will actually strip the dye from your hair and leave a nice little highlight in it, and that's not what you want. Trust me. That is not the way to highlight your hair. It looks bad. So continue massaging up, out. Do you see how saturated my hair is? It looks absolutely soaking wet. That's what you want. You want your hair to look like you have pretty much bathed it in brown goo, or purple goo, or gray goo, or whatever color the dye ends up being once it's on your head. Give it one last good massage. Make sure you got all the areas. Use a mirror to double check the back of your head, or if you have somebody in your house who can take a second and come back and check and make sure you got all those tricky spots dyed, that is super, super helpful. Usually my husband does it, but he's doing a work phone call right now, so alright, I think we got everything. What I do is I pull my hair up tall and then I wrap it almost like a victory roll towards the back of my head, making sure I have all those little tiny pieces off the back of my neck. Take my hair clippy, use a cheap one for this, not an expensive one. Nothing with gemstones, metal finishes, just use a cheap dollar store plastic hair clip that you don't mind if it gets covered with dye, because it's going to. Alright, and we're done. We're going to let this sit for 30 minutes. Then I'm going to come back, and I'm not going to show you how I rinse it out because it's kind of hard to film, but I'll explain to you how I rinse it out and do the conditioning. And then you can see how the final product looks. So my timer just went off, and I wanted to explain to you real quick what I am going to do next with my hair. I'm going to hop in the shower and I'm going to put a tiny bit of water in my hair. I'm going to massage it really, really well. Really rub the color in. And then you're going to do that for about 2 minutes. And then rinse all the color out until the water runs absolutely clear. You're going to take your conditioner, use more than you normally would. Probably, I'd say about $50 size of conditioner. And coat your hair from your roots to your tips. let it sit for about 2 to 5 minutes according to this conditioner. Each one's different. This stuff is awesome, by the way. And then rinse it out completely and wrap your hair up in a towel. Use one that you don't love because it will probably get dye residue on it for the next couple days until your dye really sets into your hair. There's a good chance you will get dye on like white coat colors, your pillowcases. Just throw a towel over them for the first couple days until you're ready to do that first real good clarifying wash. But after that, you should be good. Once your hair color is done, you'll want to make sure don't shampoo for the first 24 hours. After that, you're fine to shampoo. Try and use a sulfate-free shampoo if you want your color to last longest. I usually don't because I prefer sulfate-free, or I prefer shampoo with sulfates because my hair is naturally very oily, so it helps control the level of oil production better for me. And that's it really. You just want to make sure you rinse it really well, and I will be back in just a couple minutes and show you how it looks after it is rinsed and towel dried. Alright, so my hair has air dried in a towel for about 20 minutes, and here's how it looks. You can take a look at the back. And I'm going to take a quick second and give it a quick blow dry. Nothing special, just I usually blow dry it upside down. As you can see, this is how it looks once it has been flat ironed and styled. All I used on it was a little bit of heat protectant and frizz control cream. Yes, even straight hair, unfortunately, can frizz. And the color, I just wanted to show you real quick, the color on the box is nearly identical to how it came out in my hair. I absolutely love how it turned out. As you can see, it's dark out. We had to go run a few errands and then costume change. I had to change clothes to go out since it's freezing outside. And came back after errands and flat ironed it. And this is the final look. I'm going to show you the back. But yeah, this dye does a brilliant job. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more videos. I'm hoping to post several times a week right now. You can also find me at my website. It's joannabrooks.net. And you can also keep up with me on Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. Thanks so much for watching and have a fantastic week. Bye.